It's Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. It's about 10 a.m. in the morning. The temperature right now is about 80 degrees with 60% humidity. So it's pretty warm. The grass here is growing much better than I expected, and the cows are taking a lot less than I expected. So I'll just kind of I think I can see the line. So this is where they are at. This is where they were at, obviously. But it's not easy to tell how much grass they ate. And as I explained in a previous video, the problem with Bermudagrass is it doesn't grow up. It grows out. It gets thick. And eventually it'll grow up. I have a big patch of Bermudagrass there by my gate that's up to my knees. So that's probably 2 feet, 2.5 feet. Right. So the question isn't like how much vertical Bermuda grass have they eaten, but how much like horizontal Bermuda grass they've eaten, And so we'll just take a quick look here at some Bermuda grass. You can see there's some goat weed growing inside that. And then just move across the line to where they were, to what was probably a very similar patch of Bermuda grass when it got started. And you can see that they're not eating as much as they were previously. So for some reason their appetite's gone down, or what I suspect is there's just more grass here. This is a better part of the pasture. So and that's what I think it is. I'm just giving them 75 feet about by 250 feet. So this row is 250 feet wide this way, and they're just moving 75 feet down every move. So 150 feet a day. The manure is looking pretty nice. It is piling up a little bit. You can see there a big pile of manure. It's not supposed to look like that. And then you can see here it's pretty runny, which is more closer to what I want to see. And it's really not that bad. It's not bad enough that I want to take any actions. I think it's fine just the way it is, and we'll just let the cows keep doing their things. Probably won't bring any protein onto the pasture for them. I debated that, and then I realized that I ran out of minerals, and once I gave them minerals again, the manure softened up. So the minerals really help to balance out the manure, it seems. There's the handle I've been missing for a long time. You just randomly find things in the pasture. So, yeah, that's looking like a really good patty. You can see there's a little bit of water on top there. So that looks like a really good patty. I should probably drag the minerals down closer to where they're at, or maybe closer to the water, but I don't think it makes a difference. Let's see how they're doing on the mineral content. Oh my goodness, they've already eaten it all. Oh, no, there's plenty. There's plenty. Oh, I panicked there. Yeah, I panicked there. There's a couple plants here. Actually, let's go take a little nature walk here. Let's go see if we can find what I saw. I was like, wow, there's some different kinds of plants out here that I haven't seen for a while, or I haven't seen yet this year. But I was reeling up a reel at the same time, and so my brain was in overload. I have one of those minds that really needs to focus on one thing at a time. But let's see what I can see walking through here. That's yarrow right there. They used to make a tea out of that for headaches and different things. I'm seeing plenty of goat weed. We're going to get a good harvest of goat weed this year. These posts, I forget if these are the O'Brien posts or what posts they are, but as you can see, they just break. They're always breaking. I have a big pile of broken posts now, and I want to get those thin ones. Thin ones stretch rather than break, which is pretty important in my not so humble opinion. Although the thick ones are nice because they hold up better. They just break. So this is that stuff that I think is cocklebur. I used an app to try to identify it, and it came back as, it's probably cocklebur, California burr, something like that. So, and without any distinguishing features. What are you so excited about? My goodness. Without any distinguishing features, I don't really know which one it is, but I'm just going to say it's cocklebur for now. And when it has some fruit or flowers on it, then I'll be able to check. Okay, I remember where I saw the flowers now. I remember where I saw them. My brain fart has passed. Here's another broken post. So I lost 3 posts this time around. When the cows came through the wire, I just broke the posts, and that was that. So yeah, I was pretty amazed by the flowers. It's not often. I don't think it's very common for many plants to flower in June and July. They tend to flower in the spring, But in a way, despite what they're telling you on the news, these temperatures, this is more of a spring weather. And technically it is spring. So there you go. Those yellow flowers, marigolds, I don't know. There's that big patch of Bermudagrass here. You can see it's just burying the berry bush there. And then we got some Johnson grass on the field perimeter. Johnson grass is not a good grass to have in your pasture. It's very aggressive, and it'll crowd out the other things in your pasture. But the problem is that it's actually poisonous for the cows. What was I looking at here? Oh, these yellow flowers here. Look at that. I gotta identify that. It looks pretty cool. Like little grape clusters or something. I thought that was pretty cool. I looked at that and I said, oh, it's some kind of clover. I think I've identified it before as a clover, but I'm looking at it now and I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure anymore. So, anyway, yeah. So the temperatures, we're getting up to 90s. At night it gets down to the 70s. And, there's a heat wave coming up in the Midwest, the north there. And the news station's making big hoo-ha about it. When temperatures that high are not uncommon at all. The other thing that I think is deceitful. Obviously telling people that it's really hot, you're going to die, that's deceitful. It's not true. It's just not true, But the other thing that's deceitful is they're not telling people the actual temperature. They're telling them what it feels like temperature, which they use a combination of like cloud cover and humidity and stuff to tell you what the temperature is. But I studied physics in college. That's my degree. Hopefully the wind isn't making too much noise. I'll try to cover up the speaker there a little bit. Let me try a little better. But temperature is the important number. The humidity makes you feel uncomfortable, and it makes it harder to shed heat because the water in your sweat doesn't evaporate as readily, right? So the humidity does make you feel more sweaty and sticky, but temperature is what's going to kill you. You could stand outside on a dry day in Arizona and you could die, even with the dry temperature and wearing cotton and a gentle breeze, because this combination of the sunlight and the ambient temperature causes your body to heat up well past the point where it can maintain its body temperature. Now obviously when it's high humidity and high temperature, that's a bad combination because it makes it difficult to cool yourself down. And there was this joke that people used to make about Koreans, because Koreans would say if you turn your fan on you could die. Fans can kill you. And everybody thought that was pretty funny. Until somebody did a study and actually uncovered people that died because of the fans. So there's documented cases of people that died and they left the fan running at night. And the temperature was over 100 degrees and the humidity was high. And so by turning the fan on, they weren't actually cooling themselves down. They were making it worse. And so there is a point at which fans become counterproductive. And really the only way to deal with temperatures like that is to get in the shade and just sit still. You know, your body, with the evaporation, all that can create an envelope of cooler temperatures around you. So you can survive that. So, but if it's like 110, 120 outside, there's no way, you know. You got to have some way to shed that heat, you know. Anyway, my point is that temperatures in 90s, temperatures even in the hundreds, it's not that bad, you know. Yes, it's uncomfortable. You don't like it if you're used to like 68 degrees. Last night I went home, my house was 83 degrees inside, and it got all the way up to like about 84. And I just left the fan running at night. You know, it's not that hot that I have to worry about that kind of thing, about dying from that, but I slept pretty well. And then when I come out this morning, it's 74 degrees, 99% humidity. I was thinking like maybe I should open the windows, bring in some cooler temperatures, and then I opened the door and felt outside. I'm like, no, there's too much humidity. I'll make it sticky inside. So I'll just let it stay the way it is. But anyway, that's rambling here and there. Guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.